I read Karine Jean-Pierre's book, so you don't have to. Reagan Reese here, White House correspondent for the Daily Caller. As many of you know, I covered the Biden White House for a year. I was in every single one of Karine Jean-Pierre's press briefings. I got to work with these people every day. So, of course, I was going to read her book about leading the Democratic Party, and what seemed was going to be a tell-all was going to be spilling what was going on behind the scenes, this betrayal that Biden faced from the Democratic Party. But there was none of that. There was no drama, no tea spilling, no behind the scenes look. In all honesty, I am confused by the book, and I don't think it's an overstatement to say it was incoherent. Jean-Pierre essentially spends the entire book explaining the political power that independents have, and basically says that she wants to be an independent because she doesn't want Democrats to look at her, a Black and queer woman, and instantly assume they have her vote because of her identity. But after explaining how powerful independents are, Jean-Pierre goes on to explain how bad the GOP is and how you absolutely should not vote for them. And then she also explains how damaging voting for a third party could be. So essentially, she tells you you should vote for the Democratic Party, which then in turn would make being an independent almost detrimental to the Democratic Party because they have to spend resources trying to woo Karine Jean-Pierre and co. Listen, anyone can write a book about being an independent and why you should be an independent based off of statistics and political trends. There's only one person who got to serve as White House press secretary during Biden's final months in office who could make the case for being an independent, for leaving the Democratic Party based off of what they saw behind closed doors. That's Karine Jean-Pierre's story, and she didn't tell it. What's even more baffling to me is that she writes the book, it's in the title, that it's supposed to be about a broken White House. And she told the New Yorker in an interview that it wasn't about a broken Biden White House. The book's about a broken Trump White House. Again, that doesn't really make any sense.
I'm not sure what the purpose of this book is. I think it was for Karine Jean-Pierre to get her expert opinion out there. I don't think it went well, and I think her book tour right now is more proof that it didn't go well. This isn't surprising to me, and I'm sure it's not surprising to any of you.